Welcome into the Spiritual Noob. We're going to be doing the all signs reading today. I'm going to start with the collective message. So we'll pull a oracle card and we'll jump into the tarot. So let's see what your overall energy is looking like today. This is the collective message. Let's see what the collective's overall energy is looking like today. So please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate. So for the collective reading, we have Wild Rose Fairy with Love. Number 47 card. So this is an 11. This is a master number. This is new beginnings. So I think the collective energy is the new beginning is that they're going forward with love in a way that they haven't in the past. I'll show you the card. This is from the Sacred Forest Oracle, I believe. We also have Bluebell Fairy. So two fairies in this card. Bluebell Fairy with Gratitude. So I think we're going to be going, as a collective, we're going to be going forward with love and gratitude in ways that we haven't before. Like really living those ideas out in our everyday lives. We have Three of Pentacles. This is about building with a community. It can also be building family. It can be building, these are people that you're building with that you don't necessarily have an emotional attachment with. So it could be coworkers, this could be community. I think we're going to be walking away from energies that are like of lower vibrations. Like I said, we're going to be leading with love and gratitude, which are high vibrational energies. And I don't think we've always lived that way in the past, right? It has been kind of like commonplace for us to not really live that way. I have a lot of cards that fill out here. And I'm really debating whether I should look at them. I don't know. I don't think I want to, but I'm doing it. I don't want to, but I'm doing it anyway. So Spirit is like, no, you need to read the cards. So, okay. I guess I'm reading the cards. So the energies of lack, this is talking about the new beginning that the collective is going to be experiencing. And this is walking away from feelings of lack. This is closing out karmic cycles. We have, Five of Pentacles. This is the card of lack. And right before that, we had Eight of Cups, which is walking away. So we're going to be walking away from feelings of lack. This is financial. This is love. This is any kind of feelings of lack. We're basically walking into a future that is abundant. So for the collective of mankind, we're walking into a future that is abundant. But people will have the choice to not exist in that energy. Just as today, if you think about it, there are people that choose to live in feelings of stress and anxiety, self-hatred, hatred for others, right? Like that's not everybody's experience. So when I talk about these two different existences, that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's in the conscious, it's living in a certain conscious state. And there are certain souls, if you will, that will choose to kind of hang out in those feelings of lack, right? Certain people, it's like no matter what you offer to them, they still feel like they have nothing. They are nothing. They're worth nothing, right? These are conscious states that people are existing in, right? And there are, mental illnesses that keep people in states like this. But barring true mental illness, it really is a choice. Like what's going on in the government right now, right? You can choose to focus your energy on that, like day in, day out, and be irritated every single day, or whatever you feel, right? For a lot of people, it's irritation. Or you can choose to put your attention elsewhere, to put your energy elsewhere, right? So these are choices that we make. There's choices that we make to remove ourselves from karmic cycles, right? With the World card here. There are a lot of people that are living a King of Swords reverse life, meaning they're living a life where they're fostering truth that is not taking other people's feelings, emotions, thoughts into consideration, right? And that we're working towards that being healed, that energy. So the King of Swords reverse came right before the Star, right? So we're working on that energy being healed right now. And I think it doesn't seem, so this is the thing. Some people may listen to this and feel like, well, it doesn't seem to me like we're moving in that direction. It's a whole lot of stuff going on. I don't know if I see all this stuff you talking about, Sarah. This is like a real rosy outlook, right? But this is the thing that you have to realize. Every individual goes through a dark night of the soul before they end up in a place of healing, right? Meaning we have to shine the light on the darkness before the darkness can before the light can overcome the darkness. And I think on a collective level right now, we're really shining a light on the darkness. So our present is a manifestation of our past. It's not an indication of our future. So when the collective gets so hung up on what they're seeing in the world currently, they're focusing on the past. That's the past of the collective being manifested in the now, right? Those things are coming up to be healed and released. That process of shining a light on your authentic self is something that we all have to go through when we're going through the healing process. So keep that in mind when you see what's happening in the world, and don't be like super alarmed, because it doesn't mean that we're not headed toward a bright future. Because, it's like with the Five of Cups, this is a card of grief, right? We can look at what's happening and when we can feel grief for so many reasons. There's so many things to be upset about in the world right now. And we can choose whether or not we want to sit in that energy. What energy do you want to sit in? Do you want to sit in grief? Or do you want to sit in an energy of, I'm healing myself. I'm healing myself so that my consciousness is not sitting in those lower vibrational energies, right? We have the Death card reverse. This is about the ending of cycles. And right now, I think we're seeing a lot of resistance to that, right? We're at a point where things are changing, things are moving in a different direction, but it's not going to happen without resistance, And I think that what's important to remember, it's always like, for me, I always think my mindset is, I know that we're headed towards this abundant future. I know that to be true for me, right? That's my truth. We are headed towards an abundant future. I don't know how we're going to get there, and I don't need to know, right? What I need to focus my attention on is my personal healing, my personal growth, right? My personal understanding of the earthly realm, the spiritual realm, my place in these dualities, right? Like, how do I handle my emotions when they come up? Do I look at them? Do I transmute them? Or do I push them down, right? When everybody is doing that work to think about their own personal healing, then the world will start to shift. And I do believe that that's happening, because I do believe that, it's like we've heard for years that the end of days are coming. The end of days are coming. And, that's people have been talking about that. But the thing is that the end of days is not the end of us we're all going to self-destruct, we're going to blow up the planet. Like, that's not the end of days that's coming. It's the end of the days where we chose to sit in a consciousness of grief. So right now, there's a resistance to the end of that cycle because it feels more comfortable. It feels more comfortable to sit in those energies when, like, that's all we know. We've always sat in those energies, right? Our families have always sat in those energies. It feels comfortable for us to go to Thanksgiving dinners where everybody is fighting, right? And then, okay, see you next year. I really don't want to talk to you for the next 365 days, but I'll be at the next Thanksgiving dinner, right? Like, that is comfortable for a lot of people. So changing that dynamic means uncovering all of these wounds that are there that need to be healed. And that's not a comfortable process. So we also have Strength card reverse. Strength card reverse is about like a lack of strength, really, right? So, you know, I think that in the past, and for some of us in the present, we may feel a lack of strength around dealing with these issues. There may be a feeling of like, well, I can't really go there. You know what I mean? Like, that's too hard for me to deal with. So, because we're used to having a lack of strength around these issues. So the collective is moving towards a place where they're going to be healed enough to start dealing with these issues in a positive way and not in the way in which they've been dealt with in the past. We're moving towards a place of living with love, living with gratitude, and seeing that reflected in the other individuals around us. Okay, so we're going to start with Aries. I have a hard time doing anything quickly, by the way. So we'll see how this goes. Let's look at Aries' overall energy. Aries has the Bluebell Fairy again with gratitude, and then also Moonlight Enchantment with magic. Yeah, when you live your life with gratitude, it creates magic in your life. You know, the gratitude, the purposeful thankfulness of everything in your life, it's healing. It creates self-love, right? It's magical. So that is the overall energy of Aries right now. Let's look at the problem here. What is the problem for Aries? We have Judgment and the Queen of Cups reversed. So there's an awakening happening here. But I need to get information on who this Queen of Cups reversed is. So you have the Nine of Swords. This is the long struggle. You have Four of Pentacles reversed. I feel like this is a person who has sat in very difficult emotions for a very long time. There's something difficult that you've been going through in your life, and you've been holding on to that trauma. It's in your energetic state. So you've been holding on to this trauma, and you're starting to learn from these negative emotions. You're starting to feel more hopeful because of that process. And you also have Three of Cups or Three of Pentacles at the back of the deck. So this is building with the community, right? This could be building with family. This could be building better relationships among your friends, right? So, you know, you've been through a long struggle with something, but you are coming out of it. It could have even been illness. It may have been depression for some of you, but there's been a long struggle here. But there's some hopefulness now. So that is your reading for Aries. There's a spiritual awakening coming. So that will be lovely. But remember, spiritual awakenings never come. They're difficult. They are difficult because you have to deal with those negative emotions. You know, waking up spiritually means dealing with your negative emotions. And that may not be something that you're used to doing. So let's go on to Taurus. I know my phone is going to die, you guys, because I totally forgot to charge it. Oh, we got way too many cards. Let's look at your aura. Okay, Taurus, we have Water Spirit with Manifesting Dreams. We have Spirit Guardian of Water with Retreat. No, Spirit Guardian of Winter with Retreat. So this is kind of hermit energy to me. And then we have Forest Temple with Enlightenment. So I think there's a need for you to kind of go within. Because there's something you're trying to manifest for yourself. But I feel like there's something there that needs to be transmuted. There's a need to go within, right? And transmute that energy. Because you're going to come out of that much wiser. You're going to come out of that much wiser and much more enlightened. And you're going to know what direction to take to manifest what you're trying to manifest. You're going to have a much better understanding of how to like purposefully manifest what you want in your life. And I feel like you're going to have an understanding of where the blocks, the energy blocks have been that have made you unable to manifest in your life. And you got the Lovers card, so there may be like a desire for partnership, either romantic partnership. I feel like this is a romantic partnership though, for most of you, not all of you. But yeah, I think that it's almost like I get the feeling of a person who's really been trying to manifest a relationship. And that they're at the point where they're like, okay, I need to work on myself, clearly, right? So because there are some energetic blocks that need to be worked out, and there's a need to kind of go within, go hermit mode and come, you know, emerge more enlightened or more healed during this process. There's a slow, the universal energy is moving kind of slowly right now for you, right? There's a lot of grief that you have that really needs to be worked out. And there's a lack of like independence right now. You have the Hierophant at the back of the deck. You may be going about things. No, this may be a person who's looking for marriage. That may be one thing. It also may be a person who's going, because we're talking about transmuting energy here. There's a lot of inspiration that's coming in for you. And you may be going through like traditional means to try to work this energy out. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, because you have 9 of Pentacles reversed, which is kind of like indicating a lack of independence. So you may have been really trying to work this out yourself and hit a wall, right? You like got to a place where you're like, okay, I need help, right? And so maybe you sought out therapy. Maybe you're a person who, you know, who goes to church and is religious, and maybe you like sought out help from like religious leaders or whatever. But there's something about not doing this independently anymore, or maybe choosing that like I've done this. Maybe you're a person who's been single for a while and you're just kind of like not, you're looking for a partner because you're kind of done doing things independently, right? So that is your reading, Taurus. I'm gonna go on to Gemini. I hope your reading could resonate with you. Please like my video, share my video, and subscribe to my channel. I would really, really appreciate that. Really trying to boost my subscribers right now, build a community. So let's move on to Gemini. Let's see, Gemini, it's your birthday season. It's your birthday. Get busy. Ooh, cards spitting out. Spitting out for you. We have Moonlight Enchantment again with magic. We have, I think that came out for the collective or Aries. We have Spirit Guardian of Autumn with letting go. And we have Guardians of the Land with protection. And Bluebird Spirit with happiness. So there's something here that causes you a lot of grief. Like, almost like where manifesting happiness for yourself would feel like magic for you. You know, I think Spirit is saying to you in this oracle reading that you are protected. You may feel at times like you're kind of walking this path alone, and you're not. There's things that need to be transmuted, and released. Transmutation, by the way, it just means recognizing the negative energies that you may be holding inside of you from past trauma or whatever, and working through those energies, because you change. You know, energy can be neither created nor destroyed. So the transmutation process is taking those negative energies that are kind of living inside your energetic body and changing them from a negative energy to a positive energy, right? So during this process, you are protected. So what do you have to say to the Geminis today? You have 3 cards that came out for you. We have Ace of Cups. There are blessings coming in for you. You're going to feel blessed. You're going to feel balanced. You're going to feel like you're coming out of this long struggle, whatever long struggle you've been in. You're going to be coming out of that energy with strength. All great things. And I definitely think happiness is coming your way. Wonderful things to hear for Gemini in their birthday season. So let's move on to Cancer. What do we have to say to the Cancers today? You have Earth Spirit with stability. That's the only card that came out for you. You have the Hermit reversed. You have 7 of Wands. You have Strength. So with Earth Spirit and stability, and then the 7 of Wands coming out, I'm just feeling like I'm almost hearing like you've been on shaky ground in the past. There's a need to go within. Or if you're a person who has been going within, maybe out of fear, right? Maybe you can kind of keep into yourself because the outside, you've been putting boundaries with the 7 of Wands. You've been putting boundaries up against the outside world because that makes you feel strong. The Hermit reverse is kind of saying it may be time to come out of that. Learn how to find stability in the outside world because you spent enough time kind of going within. You have Justice. There may be some things that you're still kind of like unclear about, but you're not going to learn by avoiding the conflict, right? You're not going to learn by avoiding the outside world. You know, you can only gain clarity by taking in data, right? Like with Justice, they're balancing the scales. So they're taking in, you need to have data in order to have something to balance, right? To have something, okay, well, I did this and this happened. Then I did this and this happened, right? It's like you have to have those experiences that help you balance the scales. So I feel like there's a need for you to come out and like rejoin the world a little bit. You know, Temperance is another card of balance, right? She's balancing the water. This is about balance between the spiritual and the physical. So you may be a person who's retreated a little too much into your spiritual self, right? You may be spending too much time in the spiritual and not enough time in the physical realm, because the physical realm is what grounds us. It's what keeps us balanced. So, you know, think about grounding yourself more, like really spending time outside, you know, spending time around other people, and maybe you take it a little bit slow, right? Because you may be a person that's like, I don't like dealing with other people. Maybe you go to work and come home and you don't deal with people outside of that. There's something about retreating. You've been retreating too much inside of yourself, and it's time to kind of like come out a little bit. So that is the Cancer reading. Let's go to Leo. Look at the energy for the Leos here today. Please like my video, share my video, and subscribe to my channel. I am trying to get more subscribers so I can send lovely messages out to you guys. And also, I'm going to be on TikTok today, starting at 6 o'clock to do Ask the Spiritual Noob, which is something I used to do last year. My dog had puppies, and I kind of got busy, so I stopped doing it. But I'm bringing that back. So that's where I get all the clips. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been putting clips up on YouTube. And that's where I get all the clips from. I used to do Ask the Spiritual Noob on TikTok. So this is like where people can come ask a question, get a mini reading. They can join the live. And we just have organic discussions, right? And sometimes I say something that makes me want to clip it. So yeah, 6 o'clock. Check that out. So we have Air Spirit with Knowledge. So this is for Leos. So this is interesting. What are we trying to learn, Leos? It's the number 1 card. So beginnings. It's almost the energy of like trying to learn like your own origin. Like, what is your origin story? Like getting more into that. Like maybe you're learning more about yourself, or learning more, maybe you're talking to grandparents, and maybe you're really at like a point in your life where you kind of like want to know more about how your family was raised, and you may be asking those questions. So you have the Queen of Swords reversed, you have the Hierophant, you have the Magician reversed, you have the Ace of Cups, you have the Five of Swords reversed, and you have the Knight of Pentacles. So you're trying to gain knowledge, but there's also a feminine energy here who is nurturing. So it's almost like you may have someone in your life, or you may have believed in your past that something was a certain way, and you're starting to learn that it's actually not the way you thought it was, or maybe someone was dishonest with you, and you're starting to learn that like, no, that's not actually how it happened. You have the Hierophant, which is about tradition, structure, like social norms. And then you have the Magician reverse. Maybe it's about like being nurtured with certain traditional values that now you're starting to like learning these things, and you're using that information to, you know, you're looking at your world differently. You're looking at like what you're manifesting into your life based on certain truths that you have, right? And you're looking at those truths in a way that you didn't look at them in the past. And you're seeing different things as you're, first of all, I think you're getting blessed for this, right? This change in perspective. I think you're getting blessed for this. And I think it's also helping you come out of like an energy of conflict and really plant seeds that are fertile, right? For you to grow in the future. And I will go on to Virgos. So Virgo, let's look at your overall energy. We have butterfly spirit with transformation. Aw, I'm a Virgo. I like that for Virgos. I love it for Virgos. Okay, so we are going to pull some tarot cards. So yeah, there's a lot of energy of transformation going on with Virgos at this time. I can attest to that because I'm a Virgo. But I think that this energy is going on in the collective as a whole. Let's see, what number is this card? First of all, here's the card. The card is a number 3. I think it's a number 3. So that is the number of the Masters. It's either a 3 or an 8. I can't see. Hold on. Oh, no. This is a number 8. So this is about abundance. So you may be transforming financially. Abundance doesn't always have to be financial, though. You may be transforming in a lot of different ways. So let's get some more information on transformation here. There's an oyster. So we've got 10 of Cups, which kind of came out kind of upside down, but not really. It was like this. So I kind of want to put it upright, but also there's an energy of it being upside down. So there's something about like everything you want, everything you're wishing for hasn't really come. It hasn't really manifested yet, but it's on its way. I'm going to put it upright because we want, you know, we want our wishes to be fulfilled, right? You also have the Queen of Pentacles, which is just like, she's nurturing the manifested world, or she's nurturing. I feel like you're doing the things to manifest what you want in your life. I think that you're conscious about that. We're on Virgo right now. So there's an ending of cycles that's going on. There is a resistance to the ending of cycles, but it is happening. Let's see what's at the back of the deck. We have Ace of Pentacles reverse. So I feel like you're seeing what's manifesting in your life that you don't want. And you really are conscious about like, how can I intentionally change the energy so that I manifest what I want for myself? And end cycles. Like, how can I end these cycles? Let me get one more card. We have Eight of Cups reverse. So there may be a need to walk away from certain things, and there's a resistance to that energy. One thing that came up for me lately, and I'm going to talk about this because I'm a Virgo, but one thing that came up for me lately was I had done a lot of healing work around certain people in my life, and I was very like, I'm walking away from these people. And then I feel like I hit a certain point where my intuition was telling me, okay, you've healed, now you need to go back, right? Because there's work to be done in this unit, you know, in this unit of people. There's work to be done, and you're important to the group as a whole. So go back and infuse love. Well, you know, that's what the collective reading was talking about, is infusing love and gratitude into situations, like moving forward with love. And yeah, so I kind of got that message because I think that you're essential, right? You're essential. You're an essential part of finding balance in the situations in your life that have been out of balance in the past. So this is your reading, Virgo. Good luck with that. I think that everybody will be successful. I honestly do. I think that we're moving towards an era in everybody's lives that are going to be a lot more abundant, and there's going to be a lot of transformation in everybody's lives. So let's look at Libra. Libra, what is your overall energy, Libra? We have eagle spirit with freedom. So eagle is a bird. Birds represent, you know, air, intellect, intuition. There's something about you learning the truth about something that's going to give you freedom. It's like once you, like, you have the Two of Swords, like once you find out this thing, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to make decisions about certain things in your life. You have Ace of Swords reversed because I don't think you knew the whole truth about things in the past. Like it wasn't coming in for you. Either it wasn't coming in for you or it was coming in, you didn't want to hear it. You know, because we can be in a conscious place where we're just not ready to take in certain truths. But I think that those are going to come in for you and that you're going to be able to make better decisions. This is the zodiac sign for this card is Libra, which is interesting. So like it's like you're gonna be able to balance the scale, so to speak. You know, you're gonna be able to take the information that you're bringing in and make good decisions based on that going forward. You're going to be able to discern like what information coming in with the Ace of Swords, what information coming in for you through intuition, which is not tangible, right? You're going to be able to figure out like what information is coming in that is like of my higher self, or is this my ego? Like, where is this coming from, right? You're going to be able to just discern that a lot better, and it's going to make you feel a lot more free and help you make decisions in your life. You're going to be able to move through things and let go of certain things that you've been holding on to. Certain energies that you've been holding on to will be transmuted. But there is a resistance. See, with the Six of Swords reversed, there's a resistance of that right now. Or there has been in the past. You've been holding on to things. And you may not have even known the full story of it. You have the Devil card reversed. So yeah, there's some like deep-seated issues here that you're trying to overcome. And you may not have set out on a mission to overcome these issues, but your higher self probably did. But there's certain energies that you are overcoming, and this could manifest in a lot. So you have Queen of Wands reversed, and I think that like with learning how to discern the information that's coming in for you through intuition and stuff like that, you're going to be able to learn like what actions you've taken in the past that weren't inspired actions. Like they weren't coming from an intuitive place. So you're going to really learn not only with yourself, right? But you're going to learn from other people. You're going to start to see other people's actions and like just kind of know that you're going to kind of know where those actions are coming from, right? Like you're actually going to be able to see the trauma behind it, or why someone did something that they like, that was kind of like why people are feeding into a shadowy energy with their actions. And you have Seven of Pentacles. This is about building something up for a while and then like taking a step back and like really seeing what you built up for yourself. So I think all this newfound like freedom through intuition, really learning how to like discernment, learning how to discern, you're really gonna stand back and like take a look at that, right? Like me and my friend, we talk on the phone all the time, and we're always saying like, you know, yeah, but look at where you are today versus where you are versus where you were a year ago, right? We're always kind of pointing that out to each other. Like, you're doing way better than you were last year, right? So you're gonna grow a lot from this newfound discernment, information, this new freedom that you're gonna have, and you're gonna grow in a way where you're gonna look back and say like, wow, look how far I've come. So that is your reading, Libra. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's go on to Scorpio. What's going on with you, Scorpio? We have Storm Spirit with Chaos. Ooh. We have Foggy Bog with Patience. We have Secret Spring with Success. Okay, Scorpio, I think you're in the middle of something right now. You're in the middle of a phase, middle of a period of your life that's kind of chaotic. And like Spirit is saying, just have patience because success is coming. There's a lot of cards spitting out for you. We're not going to take all of that. I do want to take the Ace of Cups. I want to take these ones. So we have Four of Swords reversed. There's going to be something that you're going to wake up to. Like something in the physical, something in the tangible realm. You're going to have a better understanding of something. And that is going to help you come out of this energy of like this Four of Cups energy of apathy, because you had it reversed, right? So there's going to be more hopefulness. You have the Magician. Like I feel like you're really getting to a place where you can learn to kind of control the energies around you in a positive way, right? You're going to have more information. You're going to wake up to certain things that's going to give you the ability to control your life in a way that's like most beneficial for you and most beneficial for others as well, right? You have the Chariot reverse. This is slow moving. So there may be something that, because you got chaos with the Storm Spirit, there may be something in your life that feels really chaotic right now, and it feels like it's not resolving quick enough, right? Because there's something, you know, usually when that's the case, I feel like we're made to sit in it so we can learn from it. Like, we're not ready to get out of it yet. We haven't learned the lesson yet. There's Three of Pentacles reversed, so this may be about a community of people that you're trying to build something with. This doesn't have to be family. This could be coworkers. This can be neighbors. This can be a friend group. So yeah, it's just people that you kind of like are trying to build something with that you don't have like a super close emotional bond. But it's not, maybe this is where the chaos is coming from, because it's not really going according to plan, right? It's not been an easy journey. But it will work out in the end. You have Ace of Cups. So there will be a blessing in the end. So just like you had Secret Spring with Success. So you have success and blessing. So good things are coming for you, Scorpio. Hang in there. You need to wait out the storm, wait out the chaos, and everything will be okay in the end. So that is the Scorpio reading. Let's go on to Sagittarius. So we have Mystic Meadow with Sanctuary. Number 26 card. This is Abundance. Raven Spirit with Truth. It's a 32 card. 3 plus 2 is 5. You have Butterfly Spirit with Transformation. Card number 8, which is about abundance. So that's come up for you twice here. Owl Spirit with Wisdom. This is a number 27 card. 2 plus 7 is 9. So there's an ending of something. So I'm hearing like the truth will set you free. There's sanctuary in the truth. Maybe you had to take sanctuary while you're finding the truth about something. But there's something about this truth that's going to really help transform you and give you wisdom. I feel like this has been a theme for a few people's readings. Okay, so we have 5 of Wands. This is about conflict, chaos and conflict. We have 5 of Pentacles reversed. This is about coming out of a feeling of lack. You have the abundance. You had abundance twice. So yeah, coming out of feelings of lack. You have 9 of Pentacles, which is this is about independence, growing something. You're building something, and you're doing it independently. Maybe there's been chaos around that, about you doing it independently. Maybe that's the sanctuary you took too. Like maybe there was a situation where you, because you also have 4 of Swords reversed here, which is about a truth, waking up to a truth. So there may be like something about this chaos around you that made you take sanctuary. And when you did that, you started to do things more independently for yourself. So you could transform, come out wiser. And that's helped you come out of this feeling of lack that you've been in. So yeah, like I don't think you're probably not going to have to always do things independently. But I think it probably was necessary for you to come out of this place of chaos and conflict. So that is your reading, Sagittarius. Let's go on to Capricorn. Capricorn. I have Starry Night with Acceptance and Hummingbird Spirit with Joy. So there may be something going on right now that you don't have much control over. And so the lesson you're being taught right now is to have acceptance, and learn to find joy even if the situation is not what you want it to be right now. I don't know if I showed you the cards. So we have Starry Night. Acceptance. We have Hummingbird Spirit with Joy. So this is card 41, which breaks down to 5, which is the number of change. And then this is card 22, which breaks down, well, you don't really break down a number 22. This is master number. So the joy, master number 22. That's really about like partnership. Maybe there's something about the joy of like kind of knowing that you're never alone. You're not doing this alone. There is a partner. You have a partner. It could be a physical partner that you're with. You could be in a relationship. This could be talking about your spirit guides. We have Ace of Pentacles reversed. We have Page of Cups reversed. We have Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Hierophant reversed. And then we have Four of Swords reversed. So, yeah, things aren't manifesting the way you want them to right now. And it's causing you a little bit of like emotional upset. And there's something about Spirit is saying that instead of fighting against that, like accept those emotions that are coming in for you. Even if they're negative, accept those emotions and learn from them, right? Like work with them. I talked about a relationship, and we have the Hierophant reverse. So you may be, so the Joy was the number 2 card, 22 card, which is talking about partnership. It's a master number. And the Hierophant reverse can sometimes mean like a marriage that's like in disarray right now. Like maybe you aren't, something about either a marriage that's in disarray or just something that's like traditional. There's something about traditional values, traditional places, you know, traditional religions, social norms, you know, like, but with the partnership coming out, I feel like this may be some kind of partnership, right? Some kind of either romantic or other. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be like just another relationship that you have with somebody. This could be maybe you're having a hard time with your boss at work. There's something about in the situation that you're in to have acceptance. There's some reason that it's important for you to find a place of acceptance and to also find a place of joy. So even though there are a lot of things happening that you don't appreciate right now and that maybe are giving you difficult feelings, it's important for you to figure out how to find joy in that, within that, right? And then the last card that you have is the Four of Swords reversed, which is about waking up to something. So maybe you don't have the full story here. Like maybe you're jumping to conclusions about something. Or there may be a need to like find another perspective. So that's your reading. I am doing deep dives on all the zodiacs. So if you want to check out one of those deep dive videos, they're all done, but I have only released 4 of them because I'm releasing one each day. So which ones are out? Aries, Cancer, Libra. I'm doing all of the cardinal signs first. I'm doing like cardinal signs, fixed signs, mutable signs. So Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn are the 4 that are out right now. Okay, Aquarius. Let's see what you have going on today. We have Wood Nymph with beauty. Aspen Spirit with courage. And Eagle Spirit with freedom. This is a 52 card, which breaks down to 7, which is like a divine number, a number of the angels. It says beauty. We have Aspen Spirit with courage. It's the card number 3, which I always like to say is the Jesus number. It's the number of the masters. Jesus is probably the most famous of all the masters. So yeah, courage. We have Eagle Spirit with freedom. This is card number 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 is the number of foundations. So there's something about information that's going to help you build a foundation that you're going to look at. It's going to help you build a foundation that's going to give you courage in your life. Some kind of information that's coming in for you. And this could be intuition. It could also be real life, like earthly information. So let's look at your tarot. Tarot for Aquarius. I'm going to take this card because it's ruled by Aquarius. The star, which I love, that star card. So there's something about healing here. Something about this information that's coming in for you is going to help to heal you and give you courage. Again, this doesn't have to be like worldly information. It can be intuition. You maybe get intuitive information that comes in that helps you heal. And get in that process of healing, there's courage. You know, you can't help but to gain courage from that. So I feel like there's something you're doing to change the foundation of your life right now, and it's kind of a slow-moving process. This could also talk about communication, because I was talking about information coming in for you, intuition. I was also thinking the other day about the healing process and how it can go slower than we want it to go. Like we have an idea in our head, like we have these goals, right? I want to be in this place by this time, right? And the healing process, I've found, can take longer than that. And that can be annoying. So you're building up to something and you're doing it independently. Maybe it's the healing work that you're doing independently. Because you have the Judgment card, so there's an awakening here coming in for you. So that is your reading, Aquarius. Kind of flying through these readings. I don't know, I think because I forgot to charge my phone. Let's look at the energy for Pisces. We have Wise Woman of the Grove with grace. We have Raven Spirit with truth. Oh. Wise Woman of the Grove. And this is card number 49. So this is a 13 card. 1 plus 3 is 4. This is about structure again. Building a structure. And we have Raven Spirit. This is card number 32. 32 is 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 is the number of change. So maybe you're changing the structure of something, either in your own life, maybe at work, the structure of something is changing. And you're handling it with grace, or you're being asked to handle it with grace. You may know the truth of something. You may know the truth of something that other people don't know yet. Like, you know, maybe you're being asked to have a little grace because your awareness is in a different place than like people around you. Yeah, like there's negative actions with the Ace of Wands reversed. I feel like you're trying to change the structure of a system and you're not kind of sure like how, like you know where you want to get, but you're not quite sure how to get there, like what the journey looks like, how to do it, because you have Ace of Wands reverse. This is negative action. Negative actions coming in, or people just doing stuff, like it's not inspired action, they're just doing stuff. You also have Three of Wands reverse, which is about a hesitation of going in a new direction. It could be, I know where I want to go, but I don't know how I'm going to get there energy. I think it's more about resisting going in a new direction. You also have the Hierophant reverse, which is about like a resistance to like traditional norms. You have Nine of Pentacles, which is like building something up independently. Yeah, I really feel like you're in a situation where you see something a certain way, like you see the changes that need to be made to a certain thing, but like other people haven't really caught up to where you are. So you're being asked to have grace because they will figure it out. They're going to figure it out. You also have Three of Pentacles reversed. So yeah, this may be at work or something like that. Like you're working with a group of people, you're trying to build something, you're working together, but it's not working great. I also got called to say, and this may be for a particular person, but like maybe the people around you, so it can either be what I'm about to say or it can be the opposite, right? Either the people around you aren't going by the book or you're not going by the book. I feel like there's at least one person who's going to listen to this reading where they're annoyed with the people around them because they're not going by the book. But I think for most of you, it's like you're not going by the book because you have this truth. Like you know what direction to go in, and it's not necessarily like, it may not be the social norm. It's not like tradition, right? So that's your reading, Pisces. And we've made it through all the zodiacs. Thank you, you guys, for being here. Really appreciate you. I'll be here again next Wednesday for another all sign zodiac reading. And please like my video, share my video, and subscribe to my channel. And check out Ask the Spiritual Noob on TikTok at 6 o'clock. And until next time, bye.